Right folks, we've made it to the end of yet another month, which means it's time we take a look back and pick our top 5 guitars of the month. So let's take a closer look. Hello ladies and gents, Jack here from Peach Guitars. Hope you've had a great month as always. This time we're going to pick out 5 of our favourite guitars for the month of July. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen these videos before, we basically just like to pick our 5 guitars that were the favourites of the month that you may not have seen here on the main Peach Guitars channel. We have a second channel called the Peach Boutique, which is now where all of our individual guitar listing videos live, which will be linked down below if you want to check out the rest of the amazing stock that we've had in recently. So today we're going to delve into the top picks of the month. It's quite a nice variety of instruments. As is always the case, we try and pick things that best represent a lot of our different favourite brands. So it's not just kind of the same thing over and over again. There's 5 different guitars here that all offer something completely different to the player, and hopefully you're going to enjoy all of the selections that we've picked out for July. So without further ado, let's get into this month's selections. Okay, the first guitar I wanted to pick out today was from our friends at Paul Reed Smith. I think PRS have had one of the best years in the company's history for 2021. They've just been releasing standout model after standout model. We've seen a bunch of great signature guitars, but for me, the one I always get excited whenever I see one come in the doors is the McCarty 594, the even more special version of that guitar, which is the McCarty 594 Hollow Body 2. So as the name implies, this model is literally a cross-section of all the great things of a McCarty and all the great things of a Hollow Body 2. There's so much life in it. I love the McCarty 594 models anyway, but these Hollow Body versions just have a different level of kind of detail and depth to them. And when you're able to kind of crank them up a little bit and get them in a lively room with a nice loud amp, they just take on all these different overtones and it becomes a real living thing in your hands. It's very exciting to play this guitar and you get a lot of nuances out of them. And to top it all off, of course, it's a PRS, which means it comes with one of the most gorgeous figured maple tops in the market. So I hope you enjoy this fantastic example of what PRS can do when they pack a little bit of air into their instruments. Okay, next up is a guitar from Music Man, something we don't see too often, especially not this fantastic Axis model. The Axis is one of my all-time favourite guitar models. For those who are unaware of the guitar's history, it was kind of born out of the early 90s, I think, when Eddie Van Halen was working with Music Man on the first ever iteration of his signature guitar. It later became the PV model that other people became familiar with, but Music Man carried on the design in the form of the Axis, more or less, with a couple of tweaks. So really, this is kind of that same guitar that Eddie Van Halen designed back then. It's just a completely simple thing. There's no frills to it whatsoever, no tone control, just a volume, 2 pickups, in this case an Ernie Ball Floyd Rose style locking trem system, and a gorgeous flame maple top. Roasted maple neck as well on this guitar, so it's a really nice combination of different timbers, really great aesthetic, and like I say, it's just one of those fantastically simple beasts that really allows you to impart your personality on the guitar. It's just an awful lot of fun to play, looks fantastic, sounds great, and these days it's quite a rarity as well, so I hope you enjoy it. Next up is a guitar from our friends at Nags, and we're always very excited to see Nags deliveries in any form. This month though has had some very considerable knockout pieces on it, but this one was head and shoulders above the rest in terms of its looks, and when I sat down to play it, the tone as well really came alive with this Eric Steckel signature model. He has his own version of the Kanai, which has a slightly thicker body, and his own signature Candy pickups as well. Everything about this guitar is kind of in reference to one of Eric's favourite guitars, a 1960 Les Paul that's named Candy. And this model with that stunning T1 top kind of does a very good burst impression if that's what you want to use it for. But if you're familiar with Eric's playing, you'll know that he's a far more versatile player and really spans into some more modern territories with a lot of gain. So this instrument can really handle anything, but underneath it all, it has that great, snarly, mid-range focused Nags character that I certainly really love. So I hope you enjoy it as well. Okay, so for this month we wanted to do things a little bit differently. We had a lot of Fender custom shop guitars turn up, which naturally made it very difficult to just pick one. So we're going to break with tradition for this month and include 2 guitars from the custom shop, just because it was too hard to pick, and I really wanted to show the great examples of both Strat designs and Teles that we've had in this month as well. So there's one of each. The first guitar you're going to hear is one of the best Strats that we've heard from them in a while, utilising the new Dual Mag 2 pickups. This was a slight departure from what Fender Custom Shop's been doing before. Really nicely balanced pickup set. They don't really adhere to any specific kind of tonal period, as Fender like to do, whether it be 50s or 60s or so on. These are just a really well balanced set of pickups, and that's the best way I can think to describe them. Whatever kind of style you want to throw at it, whatever kind of Strat signature tone and character you want to get out of the guitar, it just follows you down that path. So I really enjoyed playing this one. It's a stunner of a guitar as well. It looks fantastic. I think John remarked in the unboxing that it kind of had some Frusciante vibes. It's just a very authentic looking cream 60s Strat. Looks great, and with those new pickups, sounds fantastic as well. Hope you enjoy it. And after that, you're going to hear the Telecaster equivalent, if you like, what I consider to be the standout knockout Tele of the bunch as well. Don't often see guitars with a specific period from Fender like the early 50s that we're looking at with this Tele, with these awesome custom colours. So we're going off the map, we're going off the grid with non-period correct colours, Sherwood green metallic on this 51 Telecaster. All the specs on paper are wrong, and yet in practice it looks and feels like the perfect Telecaster. And I think sometimes you just need to be reminded that really, what more do you need than just a killer, back to basics, no holds barred Telecaster. There we go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the playing clips of each of these guitars that you've heard. If you want to hear even more about these guitars and find out more information about them, you can either head over to the Peach Boutique YouTube channel, where you can see the full listing videos, not only for all these guitars, but also every other high-end electric guitar that we get in here, we film an individual listing video for, and it now lives over on the Peach Boutique channel. So if you haven't checked that out already, head over there, hit subscribe, and enjoy the hours worth of guitar playing that we've got over there. Equally, if you want to find out any more information about any of these 5 guitars, you can click the links in the description of this video down below. You can head to our website and find the individual listings for each of these instruments, check out high resolution images of each of them, get weight information, get full specs, all that stuff lives on our site below. And most importantly of all, I'd like to know your thoughts. Which would be your pick of the top 5? I think they were all stunning. They were all absolute winners for this month, but I'm sure, like I said before, at least one will be a standout for you. So let me know your favorite in the comments below. And equally, if there's anything that you've seen on our site that you think should have been included in this month's top 5, then let us know down there as well. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're brand new to the channel, please make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified whenever we post videos in the future. That would really help us out, and it's much appreciated. So thank you very much as always for watching. Take care, have another great month, and we'll see you at the end of August for another top 5. See you soon.